Welcome back to Mouthing Off with Mike, the only wrestling podcast that is USDA certified. We are back here on Mouthing Off with Mike, and this episode, I am going to do things just a tad bit differently here this episode, because this not only is my Double or Nothing review. Yes, I'm a week late. The show happened last week, but a man's got to work. A man's got to put food on the table. So, time is of the essence. Time is valuable for your boy here, Mouthing Off with Mike. So I wasn't unfortunately able to get it out earlier for you. But hey, better late than never, as they say. We are going to break down Double or Nothing. I'm going to give you my review. I was there live, so my review might be a little bit different than someone who watched it at home. I'm also going to include, as we talk about the individual matches, I'm going to flip up and pop up some fan footage that I recorded. So here's your fair warning. You might hear some things. You might see some things. The footage may be a little bit shaky, but I'll tell you what, it's in its rawest form. And honestly, as a wrestling fan, I love seeing raw wrestling footage from the event live. So without further ado, let's get into my Double or Nothing review featuring my live footage.
Mouthing Off with Mike, Mouthing Off with Mike, Mouthing Off with Mike.
So we're going to look at all of the matches that took place on the show. I'm going to incorporate some of the live footage that I've recorded, some of the pictures that I took as we're kind of going through. So you might see me here on the main screen, or you might see me down here in the corner, or maybe be up here in your corner, or maybe over there, or right here in the middle. But let's start off here with the pre-show matches. We had two of them, which was nice. We had Anna Jay and Harley Cameron beat Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. And to be honest with you, this was a really fun match. They followed it up on Dynamite this past Wednesday with a no disqualification tag team match where Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford got their win back. But I was happy to see Anna Jay and Harley Cameron get a match here. I think Anna Jay is super underrated. I really enjoy Harley Cameron. As we know, Megan Bayne is an absolute powerhouse. And Penelope Ford, don't sleep on her. This was a fun opening match. The crowd was really hyped for it. As you can see here, I'm going to kind of go through and you can see as Megan Bayne is making her entrance, and you'll see as I kind of talk and go through. Some of the footage might be kind of behind what I'm talking, but as I go through, you'll see the footage for those matches. Really good match. If I were to give it a score, we're in the desert. We were in the desert. I'm still in the desert. But last week for Double or Nothing, we'll go at a cactus, okay? At a cacti. So we're going to go, for this match, I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 cacti out of 5 for the opening contest of Double or Nothing's pre-show. Then after that, we had Bandito, AR Fox, Hologram Commander take on RPG Vice, Rocky Romero, Tremperetta, and the Crew, Action Andretti and Leo Rush. And as you can see, Leo Rush and Action Andretti are still wearing their COVID-19 jacket things that they look like they look like the shells from Super Mario. They look like COVID particles. I don't know what these jackets are, why they're rocking them, but hell yeah, brother. They end up losing to the good guys here. Bad guys, good guys, multi-person tag match, 8-man tag match. You know how it goes. Another fun match. You saw some high flying here with the Luchadors, Bandito, Hologram, Commander. This was my first time finally getting to see Hologram and Bandito wrestle. I've seen AR Fox and Commander wrestle in the past. So I was hyped up to see Hologram. Hologram's entrance is as cool as I expected it to be when he comes out and he's got the jacket and it's got the lights on it. So it's a fun little thing. But overall, two really solid opening matches here. As I kind of segue out of those matches, I'll flash up here some additional footage. But let's get into the main card of Double or Nothing here now. All right, so let's get into these main matches here on the AEW Double or Nothing card. The first one, of course, is the CEO, Mercedes Moné, taking on Jamie Hayter in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup Women's Tournament Final. The winner of this earns a AEW Women's World Championship match at All In Texas, or as I like to call it, Y'all In July. And of course, as you know, if you watch the show, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, won and became this year's winner of the tournament for the women's side. This was an incredible match between Mercedes and Hayter. No No shade to Jamie Hayter. She put on an incredible showing in this match. Mercedes Moné was just the better woman here that night in the desert, and she got the win here. Now, we saw Wednesday on Dynamite, Mercedes and Timeless Tony have their interaction, and they're starting to hype up their match in a couple weeks here. Well, in about a month. We're not even in June just yet. It'll be June 1st when you're watching this. So happy Pride to those that celebrate. But nevertheless, really solid opening match. Like I said, Arizona was hot for all these matches. There were maybe the next match I'll talk about, the crowd was a little bit lower than, what you would expect. But the crowd for this opening match, they were raring and ready to go. Glendale was loud and in your face the whole night. They got a great reaction, Mercedes and Jamie, from the crowd here. I had a good time. As you're seeing, as I'm talking, you'll see it popping up. So this is one of those episodes I recommend you watch on the video side, on the YouTube side, so you can see the footage as we break down each match. But Mercedes and Jamie, what an incredible showing. This could be a Women's Match of the Year candidate, and that's a hot take. I'm going to give this one, ladies and gentlemen, 4.5 out of 5 cacti. That's how damn good I like this match. Match number 2 on the card was FTR, Cash and Dax, defeating Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness in a tag team match. You saw the predictions with Derek and I. Speaking of Derek and I finally got to meet. There's the photo evidence. You can also catch Derek's Double or Nothing review and recap on his channel. That photo also makes an appearance in that video as well. So make sure you go show some love to Derek from Derek's Wrestling Toys and Tees. He's an incredible dude. He's a huge wrestling fan, and I was so happy that we finally got to meet up. Gave him a nice dap up. We got a great photo, and he got to see himself a hell of an AEW show for his first time ever. So the next time I'm in his stomping grounds, I'll be hitting him up. We'll be going to a wrestling match out there in the Big A. But FTR and Dax and against Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness, this was a match for me that I felt that it was a little too long. 15 minutes and you're out the door, I would have been fine with it. It was an all right match. I did run, in fact. This was my margarita match. Shout out to Four Sides of the Ring. This was my margarita match. I did, in fact, go and get a drink and came back, and this match was still going. So neither here nor there. Good match. The crowd was hyped up, but the crowd wasn't as hyped up as they were for the following couple matches after. Ricochet took on Mark Briscoe in an incredible stretcher match. This is the first time ever in my wrestling career as a fan that I got to see a stretcher match live and in person, and Ricochet and Briscoe absolutely delivered an incredible stretcher match for my first time. We even had the ambulance. They fought all over the place. Briscoe was bleeding like a stuffed pig. Shout out to JR. Hopefully JR is healing well. We know JR with that cancer diagnosis. Everybody hates cancer. You say it with me as you're watching. Fuck cancer. All my homies hate cancer. But Ricochet and Briscoe, man, I got to give it up for that bald son of a bitch, Ricochet, because he can put on one hell of a match. That crowd booed his ass out the building, and by the end of it, that crowd was chanting for Ricochet. So Ricochet not only gained some new fans, I think Ricochet showed that he is damn good, and to stop disrespecting Ricochet out there in the world of professional wrestling. Shout out to Mark Briscoe, though. Funniest part during this match, Briscoe busted out the bucket. We had some Zep cleaner, grabbed Ricochet, shined his head up real nice, got a huge reaction out of me in the crowd. I loved every second of this match. I thought it was incredible. I'm going to give this one out of 5 cactus. I'm going 4.7 out of 5 cacti, cactus, whatever your vibe is. Great match. Ricochet, Briscoe, highly recommend you check this out. This stretcher match could be an honorable mention for a match of the year this year for AEW on the AEW side. There was a lot of good matches here. Double or Nothing was a fun show. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin defended their tag titles. They were with MVP and MJF. They defeated the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, who are the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. This was an okay match for me. If I were to give it out of cacti, I'd give it 3.8 out of 5 cactus. For the FTR match, I would also give that one 3.6 out of 5 cacti cactus. This was an okay match. Nothing really to write home about. Never did I think Dustin and Sammy were going to beat the Hurt Syndicate. I did like that they teased a little tension, but it was all the work everyone over in the crowd. But the crowd really loved to see MJF. Crowd went crazy. Hell, even Mrs. MOWM was going ballistic next to me for MJF, as you can hear right here in this clip. She was going crazy. But this was a fun little match. It wasn't my margarita match. Like I said, I went a little bit earlier during the FTR match. That was my margarita match. Real talk. But solid match. Nonetheless, nothing to write home about, but it was good. Kazuchika Okada defeated Speedball Mike Bailey for the AEW Continental Championship. He retained his title, Okada. I am so happy that I got to see the Rainmaker live and in living color. Never got to see Okada wrestle. It was an absolute treat. Mike Bailey and Okada put up a match of the year candidate. No doubt in my mind here. This was an incredible match. Speedball, Okada, they went out there. They did the damn thing. That crazy dropkick, Okada. I'd love to see Okada and Randy Orton in a drop kicking competition because those two dudes have the most beautiful standing drop kicks that I have ever seen in pro wrestling. Speedball gained a fan out of me like I've always known of him. I always thought he was very talented, but after his showing against Okada, man, I'm all in on Speedball. Strap the rocket to him, get him to the top. He is insanely good at what he does. This match had a lot of oh shit moments in it. As you'll see, Speedball was going crazy. Okada ends up sneaking it out, getting the win. But man, oh man, don't sleep on this match. This match was damn good. Timeless Toni Storm defended her title against Mina Shirakawa in what I would consider another really solid match. Going back to Speedball and Okada, that match does in fact get a 4.2 cactus out of 5 cactus. So I really liked it. I thought it's a damn good match, and it gets that over that 4 mark for a score from me. Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, this one's going to get 3.8 cactus out of 5. I thought it was really good. The action in the match was solid. The back and forth, the little dancing, the post-match kiss was very adorable, very cute. Crowd ate it up. Crowd went nuts. What more could you ask for when the two ladies kiss at the end and they make up? The crowd loved it. Bunch of sickos, bunch of goons. A lot of gooning took place, I guess, in the desert. Gotta watch out for that. Don't be a certified goon. But Timeless Tony and Mina had a good match. I feel like they just kind of got stuck in between Okada and Bailey, and then, of course, the Anarchy in the Arena match that took place after. I think Timeless Tony and Mina should have taken place a little bit earlier. Maybe instead of FTR, we do them, do back-to-back women's matches. But I get why they were in this spot. Tony wanted to kind of spread the women out a little bit, and I understand that, especially when you have 2 formal women's matches on the show. I get it. It makes sense. But man, the match that I really want to talk about here, that I have the most footage for, so I'm going to try. I'm going to hopefully I can talk enough and show the footage so you can get a good look at everything that took place in this Double or Nothing match. In this Anarchy in the Arena.
Oh, shit! Get on your feet! This is Anarchy in the Arena!
Match. We had Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, The Op, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata. And they took on Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Marina Shafir, Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks, or the Founding Fathers. All of them had really cool entrances. Swerve coming out with like the Predator, with the whole fit and everything. You had Kenny Omega with the trash can lid painted like Captain America's shield, which I thought was sick, because Kenny is the Captain America of AEW right now. Joe fighting with Castagnoli in the crowd to start. The Death Riders coming through the crowd. The action spilled over to our area, but they didn't come in our section of the crowd, which I was a little sad about. But we were able to get to see the incredible moment when Swerve jumped off the forklift. We saw Nicholas and Matthew with the swanton off the stage through the table. Kenny Omega put the Young Buck through the exploding table. Swerve with the Swerve Reebok questions with the tax on him for the Swerve Stomp to win the match. There was action all around. Then, of course, we started off with the Founding Fathers, little flute colonial march song, and Kenny Omega's like, nah, we need to change this shit. Play something else. And then the Pointer Sisters, I'm So Excited, played, and everyone was going crazy. Like I said, you're going to see the footage here. We're going crazy. We're singing it. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. You know, I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. And dude, it was such a feel-good moment. Like, the crowd singing to the Pointer Sisters. There's blood and guts going on. There's anarchy. There's people getting stabbed in the head with forks and screwdrivers and put through trash cans and barricades and jumping off the side of the fucking building, and you're fighting outside in the Westgate Entertainment District in Glendale outside of Desert Diamond Arena, and everything's all over the place. And then Kenny's like, nah, we need something else. That's not for the vibe here. That's not the vibe. I know you guys like it, you're enjoying it, but we need some alternative rock from the early 2000s. And then you hear it. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. And oh my God, what an incredible, when Bodies Hit by Drowning Pool, and then the entire 9,000, 10,000 crowd that was there for Double or Nothing, all in unison is like, let the bodies hit the floor, and everyone is singing it, and you got Swerve who does the flip out of the ring as soon as the beat drops. The whole place is going crazy. I'm going crazy. The phone's shaking. You'll see it right here as I'm talking about it. This was so fucking awesome. Like, I wish I could relive it. Like, inject it into my veins. There is no drug on this planet Earth that will get you feeling as high as I felt in this very moment last Sunday in this arena, when there is chaos, anarchy in the arena, and you've got bodies on the speakers. I loved every second of this match. This was a 5 out of 5 cacti, cactus, whatever. 5 out of 5 tumbleweeds. No barbed wire tumbleweed, no cacti used as weapons. A little sad, little missed opportunity, but I loved it. You got this whole song going through the entire arena, and then of course when Swerve gets swung into the speaker, it cuts out, and we go back to business, and you hear the crowd, and AEW chants are ringing out. Crowd is going nuts, man. Top 5 moments in wrestling that I have experienced. I've been to 5 WrestleManias now, 38, 39, 40, and 41. That's 4. I can't count. Clearly, I've been to 4 Manias. This Anarchy in the Arena match was the most fun I have ever had at a wrestling show during one particular match. Shout out to the team of Team AEW for getting the win. Anarchy in the Arena this year was the best Anarchy in the Arena to date. And as you see, I've got my Double or Nothing 2022 shirt on, which was where the first Anarchy in the Arena took place. And this Anarchy in the Arena blew that Anarchy in the Arena out of the arena, out of the desert, out of the water, whatever. Fill in your adjective, your verb, your pronoun, your simile, your metaphor, your comparison, because my goodness, Anarchy in the Arena, 5 out of 5 cacti, baby. Cactus. Damn good match. Damn good match. We had a trios 6-man match. The Don Callis family, Takeshita, Fletcher, Josh Alexander versus Paragon, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roddy Strong. This was another margarita match, to be honest, but it was all right. It was fun. Don Callis family won. I would give this one 3.1 out of 5 cactus. It wasn't anything to write home about. But the main event, and I predicted this. I nailed this on the predictions with Derek. You can hear it first. I said what I felt would be the main event on paper. I didn't think it would main event because Anarchy in the Arena is so chaotic. You figured they're going to destroy the place. Might as well let them finish the show. No, that was not the case. They went on in the third to last match. Don Callis family and Paragon was the co-main event. Kind of a breather match there for you. The main event was the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Final, which saw Hangman Adam Page go against the aerial assassin Will Ospreay Hangman Adam Page had some awesome gear on, man. The Starry Sky fit with the cactus was so clean. Ospreay's gear was sick. This was a top match. This is a match of the year, easily top 3 match of the year candidate. In my personal opinion, this is one of the best wrestling matches, bell to bell, that I've witnessed live. And I saw Cody and Dustin's brotherly war that took place back at the first Double or Nothing. This was also the 6-year anniversary of Double or Nothing, which was very special for me if you saw on social media. 6 years ago, I drove on an hour of sleep from Arizona to Las Vegas for the first Double or Nothing on a whim, last minute, to good brother Jordan's advice to go and be a part of history. 6 years later, AEW Double or Nothing 2025 took place in my backyard in Glendale, and I got to go and I got to see some of the best matches I've ever seen live as a wrestling fan, and I can only say positive things about my experience. Everyone wants to badmouth AEW. Everyone wants to badmouth Tony Khan. Well, this fan has nothing but positive things to say because he put on one hell of a wrestling show. Adam Page beat Will Ospreay and has a match against Jon Moxley at AEW All In July in Texas. Before we talk about that and what that has for the future, Adam Page and Will Ospreay made wrestling magic. The near falls in this match, my goodness, they had me out of my seat multiple times in a match where I was like, oh my God, oh, that's it, 1, 2, holy shit, 2.999999999. Like, it was that close to a 3. Will Ospreay hitting the insane Styles Clash off the apron to the floor on Hangman. Hangman trying everything in his power, using other people's moves like Swerve and Kenny's moves. Ospreay using, of course, AJ Styles and, trying to get the Tiger Driver. And my goodness, this was such a good fucking match. It was so good. Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay, I think I would love to see them run this back in the future. If Hangman gets the title, I'd love to see them run it back for the world title. I'd love to see them wrestle again and again and again. Fight forever chants. This is awesome. Holy shit. All of the chants that you could ever hear at a wrestling show during a wrestling match, you got during this match. This one right here, ladies and gentlemen, if I was Dave Meltzer, the lotion, the tissues, the stars would be all over the wall. I would be yeeting all over the place if this was in the Tokyo Dome, if I was Dave Meltzer. But I got to keep it real here. We're basing everything on Cactus because I think trivial rating systems for wrestling is fucking stupid. If you haven't already caught on, all of these matches were great, except 2, in my personal opinion, which were, in the words of Four Sides of the Ring, margarita matches. But as my trivial cactus rankings go, Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay in the main event gets 6 out of 5 Cactus in the main event. This was an incredible match, a match of the year. Double or Nothing was spectacular. I'll keep fanning through some footage. I've got some footage out there on social media. I'll post more as I kind of go. Might as well try to get some views on some things. Go out there, man. Go watch Double or Nothing if you haven't. I hope you enjoyed my review of this, but man, Double or Nothing was incredible. You saw the clips, you saw the footage, you saw everything from all of these matches. This was a special event. This was a get-right show for AEW. More people are talking about AEW in a positive light, and that's what it's all about. Competition in wrestling is great. We need it. It's what makes wrestling fun. It's what makes all the wrestling companies put out good shows for all of you and not get complacent when it comes to their content. Double or Nothing did what it's supposed to do, and it got AEW back in the forefront of wrestling fans' eyes. Everything, by far, my favorite matches would be Anarchy in the Arena, Hangman and Ospreay, Okada, Bailey, Mercedes Hayter, Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa, and Anna Jay and Megan Bayne. Anna Jay, Harley Cameron versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford on the pre-show. Everything else here was really good. Man, oh man. AEW's on fire. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to make sure I start providing some more AEW coverage here on Mouthing Off with Mike. For all my AEW fans, it's tough, but I'm going to try my best. I hope you guys enjoyed this Double or Nothing review, featuring the live footage that I took. Hopefully my yelling and screaming wasn't off-putting for you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it and you love the passion that I provide when I am filming these videos. Go out there, enjoy professional wrestling. I will be back Monday for the Monday Night Raw nightcap. I will also have my Money in the Bank predictions out sometime middle of the week, and then we'll touch base on some nightcaps for post Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide next weekend on Boom Broadcasting and Mouthing Off with Mike. So guys, thank you for enjoying and viewing this review of Double or Nothing featuring the live footage. Please do me a favor if you can, like this video and subscribe so I know that you guys are fucking with Mouthing Off with Mike, because Mouthing Off with Mike is fucking with you. And if you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. We're gonna have ourselves one hell of a time right here on MOWM. I'm out of here, guys. Enjoy pro wrestling. Stop with the tribalism. Stop with the bullshit. Just enjoy the fucking wrestling. Peace.
Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike. Mouthing off with Mike.